Hello all. Well, episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again was basic and clunky. I presume some of the stuff in this episode was referenced in the edits that hit the cutting room floor, because stuff happened that literally had no setup, as well as other lousy set of explanations in an exposition dump. A good fight, but bad writing or editing. Take your pick. I'll go straight to spoilers as there's not much of a plot. It's pretty much ABC in this episode with a couple of detours. We start with Kingpin finding out that Daredevil saved Hector's niece, much to his chagrin. Then see her recovering in hospital having visions of things she never saw. So that's weird. There follows the only instant of what felt like genuine intimacy I've seen between Matt and his girlfriend. After which she starts questioning the relationship. Which is kind of comical given that was the first time it felt like there was an actual relationship between them. But there's a reason for this, and for some other scenes with the detective and Kirsten, and it's to show that Matt is losing it by drifting back into his old life. Not sure when that happened, it all feels a bit sudden because everything was fine in the last episode. There's a scene where we find out that Matt violently dismantled Kingpin's empire. It's a nicely acted scene by D'Onofrio, but it's all just exposition of stuff we haven't seen. Matt visits Hector's niece to talk about Muse, interspersed with the cops at his base of operations. She tells Matt about stuff that didn't happen and neither she nor we saw. The detective, who is also the hostage negotiator in the 5th episode, randomly briefs Kingpin and we get more exposition with nonsense about how they think they found who it is. And that may have been meant to be impactful, but we don't know who the person is, so it's meaningless. There's also a weak part about how this person learned Taekwondo from an elite master who was found dead 3 months after the training started. Now I presume this ramble was there purely to justify why he can manage to fight against Daredevil, but it's lazy writing at its worst. Matt goes to Muse's base and finds a picture of his girlfriend at the same time as a police identifier. Yep, that's right, Muse was seeing his girlfriend for counselling. You mean you don't remember that happening? It's been all through the series. No, it hasn't, has it? All through these last couple of scenes there are moments with Matt's girlfriend's talking to some patient and he's telling her how much he's helped her become who he's meant to be and how important she is. It's Muse of course and he plans to kill her. Now you might have expected her to try and talk him down, but mainly she just rants at him. So again, when was that set up? We saw him for a second in episode 2 at the book signing, and sure, I immediately knew that was Muse and where it would go as I've seen enough 80s B movies to know. But this had no setup at all. It wasn't earned in any way and had no impact or narrative logic. It probably ended up on the cutting room floor again, but it makes the Muse plot ultimately meaningless. More so, given Daredevil interrupts the attempted murder, and after a relatively cool fight, his girlfriend shoots Muse dead. So that's the plot. That's Muse's plot. What a waste. Kingpin had also instructed his special police squad to go to Matt's girlfriend's place. They find the chaos after the fight, she's on the floor after Matt stabilised her injuries, and Muse is dead. They tell Kingpin it was Daredevil, but he declares to the team and later to the press that they're the ones who killed Muse. And that's the main plot really. There's a scene where Daniel threatens BB to toe the line on that story, and there's also a minor subplot where the gangster who disrespected Kingpin in the last episode tries to persuade Vanessa to help him off Kingpin. And the episode ends with her texting where Fisk is, Gangster Boy showing up and being shot by Kingpin's associate while Kingpin eats. Obviously this is to set up the question about whether Vanessa betrayed Fisk or it was a setup for Gangster Boy. I'd say the latter. So, the entire character is wasted. They set Muse up quite well as a villain, then threw it all away with a lack of narrative cohesion leading to a meaningless denouement. Bad writing. I'm really disappointed that this show isn't getting better. I remember reviewing the first 2 episodes. I was dented but still hopeful. But this is just bad now. It still has the occasional glimmer of light, but it's mostly and quite evidently Frankensteined. So, did you think the ending of Muse's storyline was earned or just, like me, believe it was wasted potential? Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, peace out.